Hello everyone, Cup here and welcome back to some more Mechabellum. In this video I have the semi-final and the final of the last mini-tournament for you. So let's get into it. Picking area specialist with phoenixes and arclights. My opponent is heavy armor specialist with mustangs and marksman. Already know, kind of annoying, my opponent has mustangs with heavy armor specialist. And that means my arclights are not able to one-shot the mustangs, which can make quite the difference actually. And I bought some crawlers behind the towers for the chaff. And here we go. My opponent went for more marksman. So I think they are assuming that mustangs are good enough as both chaff clear and chaff itself, so that their marksman then can take out my arclights and phoenixes. And it might work. Let's see. Especially with being heavy armor specialist, the mustangs can actually take a bit to get killed, so nope, can't even get the tower. Unlucky targeting there. Heavy Mustang could be pretty good for my opponent. Even tankier Mustangs. And I'm skipping though and going for Stormcallers. Just 2 Stormcallers. Not sure if I want to go for more here, but just to start out with 2 Stormcallers right now, it's good against everything my opponent has. Good against the Marksman and good against the Mustangs as well. And my opponent added some arclights for chaff clear, and also Stormcallers are pretty good against those. Besides going for the Mustangs though, and Mustangs dying pretty quickly now. Getting through on the right, getting the tower. And tower debuff and Stormcallers just do the rest here. So yeah, my advice is do not get discouraged by the anti-missile device, because Stormcallers are still good, especially early on. I'm going for the extended Phoenix range here. Since this looks like a range war overall, so I like the extra range on phoenixes, because phoenixes go up against marksmen and I really need the extra range. Because marksmen overall have more range than phoenixes without upgrades. And even with upgrades, so with the same upgrades, if both phoenix and marksman get the range upgrade, marksmen still have longer range. So this coverage really helps. Adding some more chaff, some more crawlers behind. Also vertically, so they trickle in a bit over a longer period of time, and added another pack of phoenixes in the middle as well. My opponent went for more mustangs. This kind of signals to me that they might actually want to go for missile intercept, but I'm not sure yet. They probably also wanted to see if I go for more Stormcallers here, but I didn't, so not sure if missile intercept would be worth here. Maybe it would, I'm not sure. But my opponent is also needs the mustangs to deal damage and to clear chaff and everything, so I think missile intercept would be a mistake here. But yeah, I'm picking up missile strike here. Good targets. 2 snipers, 1 arclight, and maybe some mustangs will drive in as well. Just too much value to skip. So I'm not really sure what I need right now, because I feel like I'm ahead and I don't really need anything special or anything new, so I'm just going for range on my arc lights because that always helps, especially against Mustangs and everything chaff related. Adding another pack of crawlers in the middle back, more distraction, and I'm adding one more pack of stormcallers on the left. But yeah, my opponent is actually going for missile intercept. I wasn't expecting them to be honest. And I'm not sure if I would have added another Stormcaller pack if I was expecting them to go for missile intercept, but it's fine. I don't really need the Stormcaller damage because my arc lights, especially now with the additional range, can actually take out the Mustangs kind of comfortably. Especially if I give them a level, if they get enough XP, I level them and then they actually one-shot the Mustangs again. And I don't really need the Stormcallers in that case. So I'm actually fine. My opponent committed 4 packs of Mustangs and an upgrade to my 3 unupgraded Stormcallers. So I'm actually fine with that. Incendiary Bomb, really good here. Everything dies quickly on my opponent's board. Trying to place it in a way so that the snipers will hopefully also die. And yeah, I'm upgrading my arc lights here so they one-shot the Mustangs, which is really important. Putting down some shields myself because of incendiary mainly. So my board is also pretty weak to incendiary, the Stormcallers and all the crawlers of course. And I'm just adding more phoenixes, especially this round. There will be a lot of fire on the ground and just having more air units is good here. Besides, all the small stuff and the Mustangs pretty much die to fire, and then my phoenixes can take out the arc lights and snipers, and that should be the round hopefully. And here we go. My opponent also decided to incendiary bomb and also do the oil bomb and wanted it to connect, but I shielded so it didn't work. Right side completely obliterated by the incendiary bomb, and phoenixes coming in on the right, actually taking the tower already. And there's not a lot left. Arc lights countering the Mustangs that were still alive on the left. Right side completely burned, and phoenixes took out the rest. And this is actually pretty much exactly lethal here, so GG's. Let's get into the final match, which will be closer than the last one. And here we go. My final opponent is Based Police, and I know and I can see here they won against Monkst. And Monkst I consider to be one of the very top players, so I'm actually I have a lot of respect for my opponent here. I think they know what they are doing, so this might be difficult. Let's see. I'm starting once again with Area Specialist and Phoenixes and Crawlers here. My opponent has Sledgehammers, Marksman and the level 3 Marksman as well, because they are Marksman SPC. And I'm adding some arc lights here because I'm expecting my opponent to get Crawlers or Fangs, some sort of chaff that arc lights should be good against. But that being said, my opponent has a really strong start, so I'm not sure if I can win round 1 here. And here we go, my opponent did go for Crawlers. So my arc lights are very useful here. And since my opponent went for horizontal sledgehammers, they actually take quite a while to take out my crawlers. And my crawlers buy me a lot of time. So actually on the right I'm winning, and on the left, oh, it's super close. The level 3 marksman got one shot from the Phoenix, but it's still alive. And I actually win round 1 here. Very, very good. Also a lot of XP, and the Phoenix on the right already has full XP because it killed the level 3 marksman. So my opponent struggling with chaff clear at the moment. I'm kind of convinced that if they put the sledgehammers vertically, they would have won round 1. And again, I'm skipping and getting 2 Stormcallers. It's not as good of a board as last match to go for Stormcallers here, but still, I'm thinking they definitely help against Marksman pretty much all the time. And also my opponent now went for some Mustangs, and also against Mustangs, Stormcaller's good. Obviously only as long as my opponent does not go for missile intercept, but then again, if they do, they kind of invest a lot of money into the Mustangs and missile intercept. And I'm not planning to invest much in my Stormcallers, so again, I'm fine with that. And Stormcallers actually doing work again. Closer, or no, similarly close as last round, this round. But it looks like I'm winning this one slightly as well. Maybe? Yeah. Got the tower and sniper goes down. Shield device specialist could be really good here. Not the best damage against shields on the board yet. Barrier as well if I decide to go for giants. Subsidized Arclight could be decent. This could be turned into a carry Arclight game, but I'm not really much of a carry Arclight player. And I'm deciding to go for a Vulcan here and give it the barrier item. So at this point I'm thinking, okay, I'm probably going for Vulcans and Phoenix, which is a really strong combo. And Vulcan can deal with all the chaff and also help with sledgehammers, and then the Phoenixes can take out the snipers and arclights. And yeah, barrier on the right. I put the Vulcan and the barrier on the right because on the left there is the level 3 marksman. And I'd rather not have the level 3 marksman take out my barrier and Vulcan too quickly. I didn't really pay attention, but I feel like my Arclight died a little bit too quickly on the right. I definitely need the damage from the Arclight to clear the Mustangs quicker. Because actually Vulcan going down on the right, that's not good. The Mustangs were alive for way too long and then took way too many of my Phoenix shots. However, I'm still very barely winning this round. So close, every round I'm barely winning. So let's see. I might go for range on the Arclights if I saw it. I'm not sure if I noticed it during the game, but looking at it right now, I should go for range on the Arclights. So they are alive for longer and can take care of the Mustangs. Going for supply specialist here. Round 4 is still okay, I think. It's not too late. Also, it's kind of a close match. I'm ahead and we are both pretty healthy, so I think I'm getting my value out of this card. Putting one more Vulcan down on the left this time. Well, or I could actually, maybe I don't need the range on the Arclight. I could also go for Firebomb here, for example, to deal with the Mustangs quicker. However, I'm not doing either right now, so let's see if I get punished this turn. Instead, I just built a second Vulcan and putting down one more pack of Phoenix. Oh, and I'm actually... Okay, I maybe saw it, that the right side, the Mustangs were a problem. So I'm putting down some sentry missiles now on the very far right and very far left to hopefully take out the Mustang packs. So as a temporary fix, kind of, and next turn I might go for Firebomb or range or something. And here we go. Some more leveled Marksman now on the right, which can help take out the barrier more quickly. And the sentry, unfortunately, on the right is too far on the outside. It's not actually doing what it's supposed to. It's not taking out the Mustangs. Positioning wasn't ideal. I didn't really pay attention. And yeah, again... Oh, now it goes off. Okay. Useless sentry. Okay. That was very bad. However, it's still, again, a really close round. There are 2 Marksmen on my opponent's side, and I have like 4 Stormcallers and 1 Phoenix. With Tower debuff down to 1 Marksman now. And yeah, 3 Stormcallers. Yeah. Again, winning with 2 Stormcallers. It's so close. Every turn is so close. And again, extended Phoenix range. Feels like I'm repeating last match. And I'm picking up the fire bombs on the Vulcan now, so hopefully the fire bombs can now take out the Mustangs a lot quicker. Also, they might land on Marksman, and Marksman burn as well. Marksmen don't have a ton of HP, so when the firebomb lands under the feet of a Marksman, they will also burn to death. Unlocking some Wasps here. I might need them in the future to distract some snipers or something. Just a free unlock since I'm area specialist. So let's see this turn if my... And also I placed the sentries on the right and left a little bit less... not as much on the outside as I said it previous turn, so maybe this turn the missile will be better. But I also have the firebombs now, so... Fire coming down and the missile coming down. Missile actually taking out the Mustang pack on the right this time. And fire on the left only really hitting the Marksman and not really the Mustangs. But Marksman is going down, that's also helpful. And yeah, I'm coming through on the right. This turn the Mustangs were taken care of really quickly, so that made all the difference on the right. The Mustang pack was really hurting me the past turns, and my opponent is taking a lot of damage here. So this could already be the last turn here. If they don't pull something out of their head. Incendiary bomb again could be really good here. Marksmen don't have a ton of health, and Mustangs and Crawlers obviously also burn. However, I'm picking up Portable Shield. I feel like since I already had fire bombs, I don't really need the additional fire on the ground. I'd rather invest in something that's useful not only this turn, but also in the future, potentially if I lose this turn. I could have done Incendiary and maybe Oil Bomb and try to close it out this turn, but at the same time my opponent also might just shield and then that's just a waste. So I was playing more defensively and more safely, I guess. And I'm just getting more Phoenixes here. I feel like the fire and the Vulcans are already enough, so I'm going for air, and I picked up the Quantum Reassembly on the Phoenixes. So if one side dies and the other side survives, then the Phoenixes will just respawn. And here we go. My opponent shielded some parts and also got Orbital Bombardment, which is taking down a couple of my Phoenixes. But they also got 3 packs of Wasps. And I think they have shields as well. Yes, they do. So 3 packs of shielded Wasps. I only have my Phoenixes to take care of those, and they take a long time to kill all of them. Also, opponent went for anti-missile devices to block my fire bombs, but anti-missile devices and in general missile interceptor also on the Mustangs is not ideal against the fire bombs of the Vulcan. For some reason the fire bombs on the Vulcan are more dodgy. they dodge a lot of the shots and oftentimes still land. But yeah, okay, now I have a problem here, which are the Wasps. Wasps single-handedly won my opponent last turn, and I wasn't prepared for it. I could have been, and maybe if I thought about it, I would not have gone for more Phoenixes, but it's okay. Trying to counter it now. Picking up the Wasp Swarm here. Also defensively, because my opponent might also just drop the Wasp Swarm in my backline or something and distract my Phoenixes for forever. And I'm going for 3 packs of Mustangs here. And I'm giving them range. I do not have the anti-air upgrade on my Mustangs anymore, because this is kind of where I landed. I already mentioned it. I was experimenting with the tech loadout on my Mustangs, and I kind of landed here. At the moment I'm favoring this setup without the anti-air upgrade, because I think range on the Mustangs and maybe either AP or the splash upgrade are also good enough to deal with air units. But for now, just range. Don't really have the money for a second upgrade. I don't want to overcommit just yet. Putting on some more sentries and let's go. My opponent also went for the Wasp Swarm on the left. All the Wasps also spawning with shields, of course. And they went for more Wasps, so there are a ton of Wasps now with shield. Kind of annoying. And firebombs still landing, as you can see. The anti-missile devices are not stopping the firebombs, really. Mustangs chomping through the Wasps, but still kind of slowly. Takes a while for them all to go down. There are just so many now, because my opponent built 2 more packs and also the Wasp Swarm card. And I only had 3 packs of Mustangs, so it wasn't quite enough yet. So I'm losing here, and kind of see this game slipping away right now. But I still know that the Wasps are my problem here, period. So I really need to take care of the Wasps, and as soon as I do that, I might just win this match. But let's see if I can actually get a hold of the Wasps, because my opponent is like 1 turn ahead. So if they just go harder and harder on Wasps and I can't just get ahead of the curve kind of and can't get a grasp of them, can't get a hold of them, then this might just run me over turn after turn. However, now I'm getting also the splash upgrade on the Mustangs, and I'm building 2 more packs of Mustangs. Not sure what to do with the rest of my money here, so I'm just getting another Stormcaller. Not really sure why. I think because of the anti-missile devices, and I thought just give more shots so the firebombs really land, and in general just more distraction for the anti-missile devices, and so a couple of missiles maybe land. I wasn't really sure what to do with the money, to be honest, so I'm not sure if the Stormcaller was the best choice here. And I still have a lot of credits left, and I'm getting the range on the Phoenixes, because I'm hoping that the Wasps will be handled now by the Splash Mustangs with range, and then it comes down to the snipers against my Phoenixes. And Phoenixes with range should hopefully be better here. And let's see if my Splash Mustangs actually can get a hold of the Wasps now. Here we go, finally attacking some Wasps. And they go down pretty quickly. Not like instantly. On the left they are leveled Wasps and they actually take a while. I'm clicking on them. Oh, they are level 2. That's why they die so slowly. I've never seen this, to be honest. I never seen Wasps die this slowly to Mustangs. And I'm taking out the Wasps. All Wasps are down now, finally. And my Phoenixes, it did come down to Phoenix versus Snipers. My Phoenixes with range, really important. Getting a couple of shots in before they get targeted themselves. Or the opponent's Marksmen are actually distracted and shoot my Stormcallers instead. Also, by the way, my opponent went for the Electro upgrade, electromagnetic shots or whatever, on the Marksman, which disabled my Quantum Reassembly on my Phoenixes, so they didn't respawn. But it was enough damage here, and GG's. This was quite a close match, and a very strong opponent for sure. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you want to, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.